What do
Yeah.
people don't understand emotionally about it
Mm.
for, being in this space where you have a lot of attention, right?
Mhm.
And you kinda have that, outsiders looking at you as like, I don't wanna call it a stigma, but the stigma of being an influencer, like, what don't they understand emotionally about being in that role? Because there's so few people who are, influencers with such popularity. It's a small handful of you. What don't we understand about that emotional journey, into that
Yeah.
space?
I think there's 2 types. There's, like, the in-person emotional experience, and then there's, like, the emotional experience of, like, every day you're putting yourself out there, and it's either gonna
Mhm.
flop or do well. Like,
Mhm,
it's
mhm.
hard, like, you have to, like, just be okay with, like again, I kinda post it and I don't look at it, and then, like, a day later, I'm like, "Oh, it's doing well," or like, "Oh, that one didn't do as well." So there's, like, that emotional experience of, like,
Like,
every day you're being judged, every day, like, sometimes you feel like your self-worth too is, like, tied to the numbers, and, like, you have to kind of step away from that. But for me too, like when we're in person at conferences, I absolutely love seeing people, but I give like everything I can and I get so emotionally drained after like 2 hours. Like
mm,
almost at every conference, after like an hour and a half, I'm like, I gotta go to the girls' bathroom and like just like sit in the bathroom for not even sit, but like just stand there and just, like, be quiet for, like, a couple or I usually try to get a room in the same hotel as the conference,
mhm,
so I can
mhm,
just pop back to my room for, like, an hour and decompress and then come back out because,
mhm.
again, I wanna show up as my full self, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're an extrovert, you're an extrovert." I actually don't think I'm an extrovert, like, I grew up, like, hiding behind my mom's legs. I, like, would put a blanket over my head and read in, like, public places so I wouldn't be bothered. Like, I don't think I'm actually an extrovert. I think I'm, like, was forced to be an extrovert, and I love being able to talk to people, but I still need, my I need to fill my own cup first in order for me to, help everyone else. So, it's emotionally draining because I want to be the best person I can be when people come up and talk to me and, like, ask for advice. Um, but I think I do really need, like, my own space. So that's always, like, a difficult situation, but I love going to conferences and being able to talk to people because that's, like, part of my mission, so what I love to do.
Yeah. I would imagine that it's hard to kind of set those boundaries too for yourself because you're basically in service to other people doing what you do and you're constantly, trying to educate and, help other people and then it's hard to kind of like turn that off or trying to respect your own boundaries and just kind of being aware of your capacity socially, all of that, just like you said, it's very emotionally draining. And so it could just take a lot out of you. So it's good that you've kind of recognized like what, where your limit is. But I would imagine it can be hard to kind of continuously make sure that you're, taking care of yourself first and setting those boundaries.